to do.
With great leftovers comes great responsibility to feed my family on the next Cooking with Chef Spidey. Welcome everybody to another episode of Cooking with Chef Spidey. Wash your hands and stay safe. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe and you like to our channel. Hit the notifications bell. Listen, we've been having so much fun with this, but Easter's over. We have all this extra food. What do we do with it? Well, what we do with it is we make some awesome leftovers. So I've got two cool ideas today. Got ourselves a griddle and we have a muffin pan. We're going to take some of this awesome ham that we made for Easter, okay? And we're going to make some great breakfast items. We're going to do some stuff that when we're done, we can cook these and throw them in the freezer for throughout the week or the next week for breakfast items too. So come on and join us here. Take a look real quick. Get down here. We've got this great ham. All we're going to do in the beginning here is we're just going to chop up some of this really nice spiral ham. This came out so good for Easter. It was awesome, delicious, sweet, but we don't want it to go bad, so we're going to cut this up into little cubes here, all right? And we're going to use that for what we're doing. Bunch of eggs. Let's go over the ingredients real quick. Okay, folks, we're going to go over the ingredients. We have 3 different kinds of cheeses. My family loves cheese. So we got cheddar, mozzarella, and feta. Got our Italian pinch, a little bit of milk. We have some frozen spinach, ham, eggs, tortilla shells, and then we've got the muffin pan, a bowl to mix all of our eggs in, and then a little bit of spray. The griddle's hot, the ham's ready to be chopped up, so we're going to put this off to the side. All right, next thing, we're going to take the eggs, and always remember, if you like your Spider-Man like I do, get yourself a nice coffee cup. Okay. Eggs. Take some eggs, throw them in the bowl. The one-handed approach. And remember to start your oven. Start it at 350. Now, I got a pretty big family, so I'm doing about 8 eggs right now. There's 8 there. Probably say about a half a cup of milk. All right. A little bit of pinch. A little bit goes a long way for the pinch. And we're just going to scramble our eggs until all the yolks have broken down. Pretty simple. Real simple. Spray it out. Alright, we're going to fill these with the egg about halfway. Yep, I'm making a mess. That's what I do. Take a little bit of ham. Alright, just a couple little pieces in each one. All right, then we'll do a couple cheddar, mozzarella, and then a couple feta at the end here. Love feta cheese. It's got that great bite to it. It's so good. Okay. Then we'll take some of our frozen spinach, we'll throw those into the feta ones, because I like spinach and feta. All right. Then we're just going to throw these into the oven at 350 degrees, probably about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll watch them and we'll throw these in, and then we'll go over here and we'll start talking about our quesadillas too. With that being said, that's done. I like to first start off with our quesadillas, spraying our work surface off. I spilled a little bit of egg in this cutting board here with the ham, but that's okay because that's what we're doing. We're going to turn these into some really cool quesadilla breakfasts. And we're back. Ham is starting to get nice and hot. I did end up making some more scrambled eggs here. Just going to pour these right onto the griddle. Real thin layer. Okay. We're going to let these cook out, and we'll work on what we do next with the quesadillas. So I like to just make sure that my ham is nice and hot. And once that's nice and hot, really all you got to do is just take it off the griddle, put it into a bowl, and we'll start putting these together. Okay, the eggs are right where they just about need to be. At this point we can add whatever kind of cheese we want. We'll start off with some cheddar. Lightly put some cheddar cheese on there. A little bit of that frozen cut up chopped spinach. Okay. Then we'll just take some of this nice hot ham. Put that on there too. And what we'll do here, very carefully, is we'll fold it over. Okay? It's okay if it breaks. Don't worry about that. This is meant to go onto a quesadilla. So, yeah, you've got yourself a nice little omelet with egg and cheese and spinach, and you can stop right there if you want. But what I like to do is I like to just put this off to the side now that I know that this is cooked. Okay? Doesn't have to be neat and perfect. Got yourself a nice little breakfast omelet there. Take this ham, put it in a bowl, put that off to the side. Now the fun part with the quesadilla. So, use a little bit of butter. Get our work surface nice and covered. Slather that butter on, right? Cool. Take a tortilla shell, throw that on there. And then we'll cut this in half. Probably use about half of this for our quesadilla. Alright, let's get that on there. And the reason that we only do this on half of this is because we're going to end up folding this over once it gets to the hot part, right? Okay, I think we're just about ready. Once that tortilla shell starts getting nice and brown, I'm just going to fold it over real carefully. Give that about another minute or so just to heat up and move it around a little bit. Sometimes, you know, these things, depending on what heat you're working on, sometimes they get a little bit too overcooked or undercooked, so just keep watching them. But this is just about right where I want it. And for a quesadilla, we're just going to cut it in half and then in half again. Oh, this looks so good. All right, little breakfast quesadilla. Start with another one. We'll do this one a little bit different this time. We'll do, we'll still do the ham and the egg, right? Just like that. But what I'll do different this time is we'll add a little bit of mozzarella to the bottom. Get that nice cheesy stickiness from the mozzarella. And we already did cheddar, so let's throw in a little bit of feta too. Why not? Got all these different kinds of cheese. We don't want to waste them, right? So we'll heat that up. While that's heating up, we'll put this down here. Just kind of break it up a little bit. Remember, in half. So you want to just keep your main product on half of it. And then, so when it starts heating up and starts really toasting that nice tortilla shell, and we fold it, all of the product's pretty much on one side, and this other cheese right here is melted. We'll come back in a minute, and we'll try that out. We'll set our plate up, and then we'll check on our oven. We'll be right back, folks. Okay, welcome back. We've got this right where we want it. Nice and toasty on the bottom. All right. Fold that over. Hear the crunch in that? That's awesome. Awesome. All right, so I cut up a bunch of fresh parsley. Now we're just gonna cut that down the middle. Down the middle again. The middle again. We'll place these on the plate. Two different styles of breakfast quesadillas. All right. A little bit of salsa. Just made yourself an awesome breakfast. We'll be right back to show you how our little egg frittatas came out. But look at that, folks. This is just such an easy way to use products that you have at home. You know, make sure that when you're playing with things like heat, that you be careful. An electric griddle does stay hot for a while after you turn it off. So make sure that safety first, okay? And we'll be right back. We'll check on our egg frittatas. Our egg frittatas are done. Oh, look at that. Nice little bit of browning on them. Okay. We're going to let these cool for about 5 minutes or so that they're really easy to get out of the cupcake pan. And then we'll put them on the plate, and you're going to enjoy yourselves a wonderful breakfast from Chef Spidey. I'm going to try this cheddar one first. Ham and cheddar. Look at the ham at the bottom there. Oh. So good. And that's how I get my superpowers.